Hello everybody, we are going to act the tale The Diamond as Big as the Ritz from the book Benjamin Button and Others Story. My name is Natalia Badia and I am Kiss Me.
My name is Elizabeth and I am the narrator number 1.
I'm Nina Camelo and narrator number 2.
I'm Silvia Bernal and I am the narrator number 3.
I'm Amanda and I am Percy. I am Julie, I am Braddock.
I am Tania Casas and I'm John, the main character of the story.
John T. Anger came from Hades, on the Mississippi River. At the age of 16, he was sent to St. Midas School, one of the most important and expensive schools on the world.
He enjoyed his time there, and the fathers of all the boys were very rich. Also, he spent the summer standing with his school friends. He was proud of his hometown, and he hated when their friends laughing at it.
In his second year, a boy called Percy Washington came to St. Midas School. The only person he made friends with was John, but he said nothing about his family, even to him. So he invited him to his home.
John, would you like to go with me to visit my family at summer? It's not so far from the school, it's in the west.
That sounds so exciting, so I accepted. Besides, I want to find out more about you.
Okay, I see you when the class finishes and we will take a train.
That's okay.
My father is by far the richest man in the world.
Oh, I like very rich people. I visited Murphy's last summer and they had diamonds as big as golf balls.
That's nothing. My father has a diamond as big as the Ritz Hotel. We have arrived.
At 7 o'clock in the evening, they were in a small station where a carriage was waiting for them. After driving for half an hour in the carriage, they stopped.
Oh, this is the most beautiful car that I had ever seen. I can't believe it. I think this car is made of like a shiny metal, like a silver, and its wheels were covered in jewels, I guess.
It is okay, so get in. We have to use the carriage and we can let people at the station see this car.
They drove up here through the mountains for some time. Then the car stopped and the servants got out to place thick cables round the wheels. The car was lifted over the tallest mountains by a machine.
Now we are on our own road, on a piece of land that nobody knows about. My grandfather paid a lot of money to make sure it's not on any map. There is only one thing we are afraid. The only thing could find us out.
But what's that?
Aeroplanes. We have got 6 anti-aircraft guns to take care of them. There have been a few outlets and a lot of prisoners. My father and I don't mind that, but it upsets mother and the girls.
Suddenly, they saw a beautiful chateau in front of them. The car stopped and then...
Oh, this is the most beautiful chateau I had ever seen in my whole life.
We are home.
John's memories of that first night were confused. There were hundreds of rooms in the chateau. One had walls made of gold and another ones of diamonds. After dinner, he felt sleepy. The jewels, gold, music, wine, and food were making his head go round.
Then John fell asleep. When he woke up, he was in the most comfortable bed he had ever known, and Percy was at the bedside. I'm sorry, I didn't believe you when you said your father had a diamond as big as the Ritz.
The chateau is built on a mountain, which is all the way through one perfect diamond.
Next day, Percy explained to you what had happened.
My grandfather, Ritz had discovered the Diamond Mountain when he was out riding, so he left his brother to look after the Diamond Mountain and travel around the world for 2 years. When he returned, he was the richest man in the world, but he found he couldn't trust his brother to keep the secret, so he killed him. And when he himself died, his son, my father, inherited all the money.
Oh, what a story!
After breakfast, he went out into the sunny gardens. Suddenly, he saw a girl coming towards him. She was the most beautiful person he had ever seen.
Hello, I'm Kismi. Are you from the East?
No, I'm from Hayes.
I am going to the school in the East after summer. I like you. Are you going to spend all your time with Percy, or will you be nice to me? I have never had a boy fall in love with me in all my life. I'm not allowed to see boys except Percy.
John was pleased, but he said nothing.
I have to go now, but you haven't asked me to kiss you. I thought boys always do that.
Some of them do that, but not me. Girls and Hayes don't do that kind of things.
They walked back to the house together. John's head was full of questions.
Can I make her to fall in love with me? Will I be able to marry her? Will she come back with me to Hayes? How long time the family can keep this secret?
The next day, Percy and his father, Braddock Washington, showed the golf course, the farm, and the servants' houses.
Are there many men in the cage, father?
One got away, you know. I let him out to teach Kismina some Italian, but I got rid of him. 14 of my men in different towns round here report that they is killed a man who looked like the Italian. So maybe one of them of here?
They had reached a large hole in the ground covered by strong metal bars. Braddock turned on a light and Percy looking down into the cage. He saw 20 men wearing airmen's uniforms, looking angrily up at Braddock.
Let us out! Let us out! Let us out! You can't keep us forever.
That were you wrong, insensible. What else can I do? You have discovered my secret, but don't worry, I'll give you food and clothes for the rest of your lives.
You are the most evil man in the world! Mr. Washington just turned off the light and walked with Percy.
It was July and the weather was very warm. John and Kismi were in love. Later in the afternoon they spent an hour together in the music room. Then they went to the gardens. He held her hand and whispered her name.
Did you say kiss me? Neither of them had ever kissed before, but after an hour or so, that did not seem to matter. The day passed pleasantly. That night, they each lay awake, happily remembering every minute of the day.
There was another sister called Kismi. John realized that Kismi and Jasmine inherited some weakness from their father. But Jasmine was different. Her favorite books were about poor girls who take care of their old parents, but she loved Kismi. Then, their following get married the following year.
In August, John said something that deeply shocked Kismin.
However, you are too rich for me to marry you. I should marry with a businessman's daughter and live with her happy with $500,000.
I knew a businessman dagger once. She was a friend of my sister. She came to stay there.
So you have had another guest?
Oh yes, a few, but let's talk about something more pleasant.
But what is unpleasant about that? Weren't they nice?
To his great surprise, Kismin began to sob.
That's the world traveler. I really like some of them. So Jasmine.
And their suspicion was born in John's heart.
Do you mean they told your family secret and then your father had killed them?
Yes, worse than that. Father took no chances.
You mean your father killed them before they left there?
Yes, at the end of the summer. After Jasmine and I had a nice time with them.
How terrible, I'm going crazy. What did you just say?
Yes, I did. We didn't want to see them shoot up in a cage like those Ironmen, but Father always had it done sooner than we expected. So Jasmine and I didn't have to say goodbye. That was terrible, and they died in their sleep. So there was no pain.
And what about me? You let me talk about love to you, and you only do you know that I can't get out here alive?
Oh, why did I tell you? I thought we could both enjoy our last few days.
Just then they heard footsteps. Suddenly, Brother Washington was standing in front of them.
What are you doing here, Kismi? Go and read a book or play golf with your sister.
See, we can't meet anymore. He will kill you if he found we are in love.
You are not anymore together, and don't you think that I'm going to stay here any longer? In a few hours I will take a train on my way east.
I'm going with you.
You must be crazy, I'm not taking you.
Let's catch Father up and discuss it with him.
Okay, darling, we're going together.
His love for her had returned, and he kissed her. After all, she loved him too. They decided they would leave the chateau the next month.
I don't know, it will be dangerous if we escape from here. My father could discover where I'm playing.
That night, John was walking by the sound of planes.
I think that it's better that I take a seat here, but what is the sounds on the corridor?
John was very frightened. He jumped out of his bed.
It must be the professional cleaners that Mr. Washington uses.
Then he looked past them toward the lift and saw Braddock Washington standing in it.
Get in here! Get in here! Get in here!
Then Braddock downstairs.
John got dressed quickly and hurried to Kismin's room. She was standing near to the window.
Now this is my chance to find Kismin and escape with her.
Oh, did you hear them?
Yes, I heard your father's men were looking for me.
No, the aeroplanes. That Italian who got away. I suppose he told the authorities. So they have sent their planes to us. So our anti-aircraft guns are going to shoot him.
Then she took his hand, and they looked out the window. Then John kissed her. At last, they were living an adventure. Above the chateau, 12 planes flew in and out of the clouds. Then flashes of fire started shooting.
Oh, look, how exciting!
Now we have got to leave here before they start to bomb the chateau, so come on.
All right, but we must wake Jasmine because he's my sister. We will be poor, won't we? Like people in books. My parents will be dead, so I'm completely free. Free and poor. What fun.
It is possible to be free and poor, but I choose to be free by myself. So now you should put some things in of your jewel box and put in your pockets before we leave.
Okay.
10 minutes later, John and the girls left the chateau. They followed the narrow path which they went up the Diamond Mountain.
I know a place in the woods halfway up where we can hide and see the one bit. Then there's a secret path that we can use to make our escape.
When they reached the place, they all sat down, and just me fell asleep at once. John and his men watched as the planes came closer to the chateau. Then the guns were silent, and his men fell asleep too. John heard the footsteps on the path. He waited until the people had gone past the hiding place and then followed them uphill.
I'm here. The sun is coming up and its brightness and make me look small and powerless.
He managed to lift the beautiful cut diamond. Braddock slowly lifted his arms up to the sky.
You up there, Brandon Washington. I'm asking you to do one small for me. To go back in the time, I make things the same as they were yesterday. I will give you great diamond in the world. This one here is just an example. What do you say?
He was offering a prayer to God. He starting to speak to the man as he said his hair was white and gray.
Dark, and Joe saw the planes landing near the lake. He hurried back to the girls, and together they took the secret path, landing away from the chateau.
When they turned to look back, they saw Percy and his mother joined Braddock in the mountain. One of the servants opened a door on the ground, and they all climbed inside.
It must be an underground way out.
Both girls screamed as the mountain and the chateau exploded. After, there was no more noise, and the girls and John were alone.
Now let's see the jewels that you brought with you. If you choose well, we can three live comfortably for the rest of our lives.
Oh, how stupid of me! I opened the wrong box. I have only brought rhinestone, but I think I really like them better because I am really tired of diamonds.
Oh, it is okay. Now we will live in hates.
They lay down to sleep for the night. Oh, what a dream it was, and how strange it is to be there with one dress and a poor fiancé.
Everything was a dream when you were young. Now, darling, sleep again and forget the real world for a while.
After breakfast, he went out into the sunny garden.
John, would you like to go with me to visit my family at summer? It's not so far from the school. It's in the west.
That sounds so excited. So I accepted.
Okay.
Let's
that out! Let
Let's us out! Let's us out! Let's us out!
You are the...
The sky went dark.
Now let's see the jewels that you brought with you. If you choose well, we can three live happy for ever after. Now let's see the jewels that you brought with you. If you choose well, we three can live comfortably.
The next day,
No, espérate, yo te aviso.
12. No, eso es allá.
Ah, es allá. Ustedes son los que empiezan. Yo, ¿por qué no habla, Julie?
Y